Hello. Megan Gilmore, Executive Director of Lark here. I am coming to you today to answer some questions about our Lark Certified Coach Training Program that I get pretty frequently. So I've done hundreds now of exploration calls for our Lark Certified Coach Training Program, and often a lot of the same questions come up. So thought that we would, with a new cohort starting in October, answer some questions that a lot of people just have asked before and that maybe you're wondering about too. So I'll be on here for just a few minutes, but if you have lingering questions after hearing some of this information and you're curious about whether or not the Lark Certified Coach Training Program is the right fit for you, or if there's another service or educational program or training option at Lark that would be a better fit, please schedule an exploration call with me. You can do that by going to our website and clicking the button to schedule an exploration call on our homepage. So first off, just like, what is coaching, right? Coaching is a really trendy term. It's an expanding field, and it can be really difficult to know and understand what makes somebody a credible coach and what kind of coach you might want to go to for different things. So coaching in and of itself is partnering with someone. It's a way of professionally partnering with someone to get them from where they are to where they want to be. And there are both national and international competencies and regulations that certify whether or not somebody is competent to practice coaching here in the United States and also internationally. One of the easiest ways you can tell whether or not your coach or a coach that maybe you're interested in working with is competent to practice is by asking them what code of ethics they abide by. There are two regulating bodies that regulate the code of ethics for professional coaches in our industry. Within the United States, it's the Center for Credentialing and Education that regulates the code of ethics for board certified coaches. And then internationally, it's the International Coach Federation that regulates the code of ethics for international coaches. At Lark, the coaches that go through our certified coach training program are competent and held accountable to both the national and international code of ethics. So you're going to get a really high standard of care from them and from us, and a high level of professionalism as well as creativity and like personal expression that comes out. So that might be the first thing that you're wondering. If I want to just try out coaching, where should I be looking, and what kind of questions should I be asking? Most clients that want to become coaching clients are looking for clarity in direction. They often feel stuck, or like they're in slow motion, or they want to gain momentum or clarity. So most of the clients that I've worked with either gain clarity pretty quickly and create some momentum, all the way to like having a completely life-changing, life-transforming experience, as is the case with all of our coaches at Lark. So we have coaches that operate through our agency, through our organization, that you can receive coaching services from. And those are our collective coaches. But we also have coaches that go through our certified coach training program that's approved by both the Center for Credentialing and Education and the International Coach Federation to competently certify coaches here in the US and internationally. And those are our Lark certified coaches. They're part of a growing community of over 200 coaches here in the United States. We have a couple international coaches as well, coaches that reside internationally as well. Okay, so then a few more questions. We're going to talk about a time commitment, what time commitment looks like for this program, money and resources invested, what the format is like, what kind of support is offered to you during it, and then also what's available to you afterwards. So I've got a lovely little, I don't know if I can, a doggo coming to visit me. So amount of time. the Lark Song Certified Coach Training Program runs for 6 months. This is pretty short in comparison to other comparable coach training programs that would take 12 to 18 months. But we're really intentional about stacking the learning and the hours to make you as competent as possible, as quickly as possible. So it takes 6 months. We suggest that you allocate 10 hours a week during that 6-month time to commit to your coach training and learning. And get the support you need to do that. And then as far as the cost of the program, our base level cost is $5,450. Again, this is at least half of what it would cost to get anything comparable here in the United States. But we're really passionate about making coach training and coaching services, as well as just well-being, available and accessible to as many people as possible. So we have some different pricing options. If you have an abundance of financial resources and you can pay a little bit more to help support someone that can pay a little bit less, we have a harmonizing pricing option at about $6,815. And then if you can pay a little bit less and are willing to be supported by someone that can pay a little bit more, you can choose the supported pricing option at about $4,085. And if that still is beyond your financial capacity and what honors your financial resources, then we have a creative pricing option where you let us know what you can afford on a monthly basis for 6 months. And then we calculate the difference between that and the value of the program and work with you to see what kind of resources, connections, talents do you have that you could contribute to our collective flourishing, to the overall good of the organization, that would be dignifying to you and make up the difference in value for us. Those are some of our favorite things to co-create with people. So that's time, money. The format is a hybrid format. So there are 3 in-person on-site trainings. In the upcoming cohorts, our fall cohort on-site trainings will be in Indianapolis, Indiana. Spring 2024, starting in February, will be in Marion, Indiana. But then the rest of the training is about 16 weeks of online virtual training through workshops. And most of that you can complete in your own time, as your schedule allows, in your own way. We just request that you reserve Saturday mornings for our live lectures and live conference calls with you and the rest of your cohort. You can find all of those dates and details on the website. And then what does support look like during? So you will have an entire cohort of up to 15 people going through the coach training program with you. And that cohort becomes your community of support, as well as a cohort advisor. Myself as the program director, and then you have additional co-leaders and mentor coaches. You'll have at least 3 other co-leaders and 2 personal mentor coaches for you as you go through the coach training program to support your specific personal program goals and make sure that you get out of the program what you went into it wanting. So that's what support looks like during. And then one other question that we often get is, what can I do with this after? And there are so many, many options. We kind of have 3 categories of people that go through the coach training program. The first is folks that want to become certified coaches because they want to coach professionally through private practice or through a coaching agency. There are lots of coaching agencies out there right now that are looking to hire coaches that can work remotely from anywhere. So that's an option for our certified coaches. But then the second group of folks are people that realize that coaching competencies and coaching skills are the best way to lead in the world that we're living in. And they want to be more skillful, competent leaders and managers. And so they go through the coach training program to do what we would consider like organization or an agency to increase effective leadership, impact positive transformational culture within a workplace or a community. And so that's kind of the second group. The third group is a group that just hears about our coach training program and how impacting it is, and they choose to go through for personal transformation. So any and all of those would be completely acceptable if you're coming from any of those places. Afterwards, we stay connected with you from a place of your choosing. You can choose how involved or not involved you want to be with Lark Song as an organization moving forward after your certification. We are here for our Lark Song certified coaches for professional development, additional training, advanced credentialing, all of those sorts of things. Or we're here for you to just call on when you need some encouragement or have some questions. So hopefully that covers some of those basic frequently asked questions. There's a lot of information on our website. So if you go to the coach training tab in the menu on our website, you will find all of the dates, all the details. You'll find a downloadable program information guide, full color PDF that you can download and really get into the nitty-gritty of what our virtual workshops cover, what all of the different on-site trainings focus on. Some of our distinctives are that we focus on experience-assisted coaching, neuroscience, trauma and belonging, intersectionality, and coaching systems like groups, teams, and relationships. In any other certified coach training program, that would be an additional specialization, additional money, additional time. But we really want our coaches to be equipped to serve with excellence and partner really well to co-create a more fulfilled and flourishing world in any format with any group of people. And so that's why we make sure to include those things in our basic certification program. You'll also find a detailed schedule so you can make sure that the on-site training days work for your calendar. You can download that for either of our upcoming cohorts. The fall one starts in October. Our registration deadline is September 31st. So if you're thinking you can schedule an exploration call with me. But you can also just get on and register. We do have a payment plan option as well. So you can select your pricing option and pay that all at once up front when you register, or you can pay a deposit of $550 to save your spot in the cohort. And then we divide the remaining balance by 6 different monthly payments that are interest-free and due on the first of each month. Yeah, again, registration deadline is September 31st for this upcoming cohort with on-sites in Indianapolis. We so hope that you can join us. We do still have some spots available. And if this doesn't sound like your thing, but you really, really want to engage with Lark Song and move yourself and the people that you really care about toward collective flourishing, I would highly encourage you to look at our Wellbeing Certificate program. This is a brand new program. We just finished up our first cohort last weekend. We're starting our next cohort in mid-October. There are still scholarship options available at 25 and 50% scholarships because of our partnership with the United Way of Grant County for local Grant County residents. So that's another thing that you could schedule an exploration call with me about if you're interested. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. Please feel free to throw any questions or encouragement that you have in the comments. If you just love the work that we're doing and can't necessarily engage in a training right now, but want to support us, some ways that you can do that are through donations. We're a 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit, so any donations that you make to us would be tax-exempt and would go toward scholarships for our coach training program, operational costs to make well-being and coach training more accessible for more people. You can also follow us on our social media platforms, like and comment and share the things that we share with you. Sign up for our email list, and we hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day.